Welcome back to Mygm WWE 2K24, and what an exciting pay-per-view we had. The Hell in the Cell definitely did deliver. Now we might still be in 4th place, but it is still early days and we've got plenty of the season left to go. So let's get into this road to Payback. Now we're into the first week of this road to Payback, the pay-per-view, and what should we do with the rivalries going into this one? Shinsuke Nakamura and Seth Rollins still have a rivalry, only on level 2. So we want to make sure by the end of this road to Payback that it is maxed out, ready to go into that pay-per-view. Maxine Dupree, Josie Jane, Isla Dawn and Scarlett, their rivalries on level 3 at the moment. So we'll continue that momentum. We might possibly run a championship match at some point through this road to Payback, but probably will be maybe week 2 or 3 on that one. We obviously got Duke Hudson, unfortunately, disappointing loss against Bron Breakker. He really got dominated in the Hell in a Cell. So we will have a different rivalry up for Bron Breakker with the US title. Potentially might go the rookie in that sense. We've got Adrian Buck. Shinsuke Nakamura is also there, but he does have that rivalry with Seth Rollins at the moment. So we will, I think we will go with Adrian Buck against Bron Breakker, and that will be our rivalry for the US title going into Payback. So we've got to build that one up over the coming weeks. And we obviously started that rivalry with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows with MVP and Logan Paul. Unfortunately, Logan Paul and MVP did lose the titles, but we'll continue with that rivalry going through this couple of weeks as well. Now, we do need someone to go up against Rhea Ripley. That is definitely a focus. And we also have Chad Gable and Otis sitting there with no opponent. So we'll look at a couple of rookies, see if we can find anyone. And potentially some level 10 to 14. We do have Alba Fire. She's a fighter, but she is a heel. She does match up well with the fighter versus brawler with Rhea Ripley. So we might be able to switch her across. Don't particularly want to spend too much money on opponents for Chad Gable and Otis, being that it's only really for the next 4 weeks. Cora Jade's also there as a fighter. We could go her and potentially switch her over to a babyface. Couple of options here for us. Definitely. Queen Bee's also in there, but she's a cruiser, so I don't think that's going to work for us either. 2 out of 5 on the mic. She's a rule breaker. 45 popularity and 79 for the energy. And then we've got Alba Fire, 49 popularity and 64 on the energy as well. But she is 4.5. Sorry, she's 4 out of 5 on the mic. So a little bit better than Cora Jade at the moment. So I think we should go Alba Fire. That's about 20k more. We do have 100k in the bank at the moment. So I think, you know what, we'll go Alba Fire. We'll turn her to a baby face and put her up against Rhea Ripley, at least for the next 5 weeks. So we'll lock that contract in for 7. Make sure she gets through the pay-per-view. And then we might be able to extend it from there if we do have a bit of success with her next 5 weeks. So we will do a call out, Rhea Ripley and Alba Fire, after Alba also has the role change through to the babyface. Now we've got a triple threat in the main event. No Seth Rollins because we do need to rest him. But Shinsuke is going to go in there against Duke Hudson and Bron Breakker. Not ideal, being that their rivalry is on cooldown. But we are limited on who we can pick for that main event spot. So hopefully they can do well. I really need a couple of rookies now just to kind of fill out this card. Brutus Force might be an option there. And Rick, that could be an option. They're both heels, Rich and Brutal Force there. And that would be against Chad Gable and Otis. Really not spending too much money. We only got 31k left. They will sign them on for the 5 weeks. Really just use them where we need to, while we rest some of our main event stars. And there we have it. It should be the card that we roll with on that one. We definitely won't run a title match on there. So we'll go with the opener as the tag team. Josie Jane, Maxine Dupree, Isla Dawn and Scarlett. And then the main event will be Bron Breakker, Duke Hudson and Shinsuke Nakamura. Not confident this is going to be the best card, but I think it's the best card we can kind of open up with, especially just after the pay-per-view. So we'll see how we go. Bit of advertisement as well from Mygm. And hopefully that gets us a little bit more in there. Show really only costs us 13k. So it's not breaking the bank either on that one. See how we go on the opener. Scarlett and Isla Dawn do win. It's only a mediocre match. Level 1 on the rivalry there between Adrian Buck and Bron Breakker. Logan Paul and MVP have picked up the win, and their rivalry goes to level 2. Chad Gable and Otis pick up the win there. Disappointing, but they do start a bit of a rivalry there. And we do pick up about 13,000 from Mygm's advertisement. And Shinsuke Nakamura picks up the win. But a disappointing main event, that's for sure. Says a good booking, but looking at our competitors there, SmackDown, NXT, WCW, they really smashed us, basically, on that one. All other shows did run a championship with R-Truth with the NXT Championship, the Women's Championship, and Intercontinental on SmackDown. So we might need to look at least doing one championship next week. 35,000 fans, 59 for SmackDown, almost double what we did. 51 for NXT, and we got 39 at WCW. So definitely not the opener we want on this road to Payback. But early days yet, we're not far off from first place. NXT, Tyler Breeze. Adrian Buck's contract's running out. His popularity's at 50. I think, we'll extend him. We go the 10 weeks, I think. That should be okay because we've got the 28k left in the bank on that one. Maxine Dupree does want to appearance, but also Triple H wants us to rest our tag champions, which is Maxine Dupree. So we're in a position where we're going to potentially upset one of our superstars, but I think we might do it depending on the card. On that one opening match, we want to try and start strong here. So we're going to go with Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura. Josie Jane and Isla Dawn and Scarlett are going to be the main event. I'll put that there, but I'm not entirely convinced I'm going to use that, being that the Commissioner Triple H wants us to rest our tag champions. Now we've got advertisement. No, I won't go one of the rookies because they're absolutely terrible in the mic, so we'll put Duke Hudson on that one. We'll have Rhea Ripley call out Alba Fire again, continue that momentum with that rivalry. I think our network special, that is a good one. But do we upset a tag champion in the process? Is it worth it? You know what? I think we're just going to run with what we've got here. We really need a good showing. So we'll put the Seth Rollins, Shinsuke as the opener, and we will rock the tag champions in the main event. Shinsuke Nakamura gets the win there. It's a good match and the rivalry doesn't increase. 14,000 in the bank with the Duke Hudson advertisement. MVP and Logan Paul get another win and it's an okay match. Level 3 with the rivalry. We've got Alba Fire and Rhea Ripley's rivalries down level 1. Ron Breakker gets the win, level 2 against Adrian Buck. And we've got the tag championship on the line in the main event. Home show for Maxine Dupree here. Can she win it in front of her friends and family? Josie Jane, or does Scarlett and Isla Dawn upset here on Raw? It was a close match last time they fought each other in Hell in a Cell. And this rivalry is really building into something. Josie Jane and Maxine Dupree do have the momentum with the last win at the Hell in a Cell, but not about the past, it's about the future. And titles are on the line here. That's what they're fighting for. Disco ball in the middle of the ring. Bit unorthodox. Rock band behind. But that's what the budget allows. Let's get this show on the road. Isla Dawn. Nice move there. Takes the early momentum. Oof. Big knee to the face. Not the start Maxine Dupree wants, that's for sure. Really getting into the fight there. Got a counter attack here by Maxine Dupree, but it's short-lived. And a nice move there by Isla Dawn. Just going up top here. A flying elbow. No, she drops the feet on the chest. Brutal by Isla Dawn. But Maxine Dupree's got a bit of momentum here with an armbar on Scarlett. But of course, won't get her to tap because she is over the rope on that one. Scarlett's got the early counter here. Josie Jane now in the ring with Isla Dawn. Now outside the ring here. She's going up top. Oh, crossbody from the top rope. Outside the ring. What a move. Oh, Isla Dawn going for the cover. One. No. Josie Jane gets in there and supports her teammate. Been a back and forth match so far, but the momentum is with Isla Dawn and Scarlett at the moment. Those running knees. Big move there by Isla Dawn. Stomping on the hand of Maxine Dupree at the moment. What a move there. She goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And we have our new tag team champions. What an upset. Maxine Dupree, Josie Jane could not retain. And we have new champions. Isla Dawn and Scarlett. What a shift of momentum. Great match. Exactly how you want our main event to be there. What did we get on that one? Great match. Fantastic. And rivalry's gone to level 4. So great for us heading into the pay-per-view. We've got a full capped out rivalry. And a great match to end Raw for us. Great bounce back from a terrible first week. SmackDown unfortunately have topped us again in the opener and main event. We're able to beat them in the mid-card, or at least one of them. They did run their tag championship in the main event, and they got a nice rivalry, but they did pick up some injuries there. So they might be struggling going into the weeks leading up to Payback there. Some injuries for SmackDown. We've got 47,000 fans. SmackDown 61, unfortunately. Absolutely dominating us there. 54 with NXT and 51 for WCW. So we have a great performance, but we still sit behind in 4th place. A couple of weeks left to go. Semi Vortex wants to join the brand for free. Why not? Might be able to get some additional fans. Triple H has got an email from an ad agency, 10k for 3 weeks. Why not? See if it actually benefits us. And we've have at least one steel cage match going into this week on Raw, 2 weeks out from Payback. We've got 100k in the bank. We upgrade from a road crew tier 1, or do we add an extra superstar? That is the question. The question we'll answer a little bit later. I think, we've got the steel cage match that we do need to set up. I won't do it with Seth Rollins and Shinsuke because it will end their rivalry, and we kind of want that for the main event of Payback, or at least on the card of Payback. So we've got to think of another option here. Who do we put? Maybe we can go a triple threat or fatal 4-way. Not Shinsuke. We put Luke Hudson in there. He doesn't have the energy, but Luke Gallows definitely does. He's 99 at the moment. Chad Gable's got 77. Carl Anderson's got 97. Might. Here we go, Chad Gable. Carl Anderson. That might be the option there, I think. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows both have full energy. That will be our opener. They've got a bit of popularity as well, and it'll get a bit of a boost as well being in a steel cage match. We've got Rhea Ripley and Alba Fire now having their first match of the rivalry. Put it in a fatal 4-way potentially with Mygm and Semi Vortex. Since we got her in for free, we'll see what she adds value to the matches, and we'll add her in with the champion. Got the tag, really mid-card, not ideal, but you know, we'll put it in there just to rest some of our superstars going into this pay-per-view. Got the new champs, Maxine Dupree and Isla Dawn. Or we could run a bit of a tag team. That one. How do we want to do this? I think we go that. And rest at least one of them on there. So we've got Seth Rollins and Shinsuke doing a call out. Bron Breakker and Adrian Buck doing a call out. And also MVP and Logan Paul call out of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Got an okay opener, Hudson and Anderson having a bit of a rivalry. We finally moved to level 3 with Shinsuke and Seth Rollins. Isla Dawn picks up the win against Maxine Dupree in a mediocre. Level 3 with that rivalry for the US title, Bron Breakker and Adrian Buck. Otis and Chad Gable, of course, win that match, but a good rating match, even though they're versing a couple of rookies. So that's not bad for us, especially going into the pay-per-view. Mygm does pick up the win, and it's mediocre. So a very poor final. Not what we wanted. Really not the finish we wanted for that one. That was disappointing, that's for sure. WCW does go the Women's Championship in the final again. And we get 38,000 fans. So very consistent with our number. 50 for SmackDown. 51 for NXT. And WCW 50. So we're lagging behind at the moment. We're really going to need a good pay-per-view to bounce back here, that's for sure. Currently sitting in 3rd place here, behind SmackDown and NXT, and just in front of WCW at the moment. Results, 4K from the campaign. We'll continue it going into this week. Shinsuke, excited for the upcoming pay-per-view. And we've got Carl Anderson at the moment. Feels like the fall guy. He wants to win his next match. So we might just put him up against a rookie, just so he wins it. We might do a bit of a tag team match there against Brutus Force and Rich. We definitely won't do that as our opener, but we'll put it as a mid-card. We've got Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura. We'll put them as the opener. Potentially in a tag match, maybe? Fatal 4-way. But Bron Breakker at the moment does have only 60 energy, so we kind of want to potentially not use him there. Might put Duke Hudson in, still keep Adrian Buck. He's also on the low energy side with 30. Possibly move it to a triple threat. And then we'll obviously do the call out with Bron Breakker and Adrian Buck to keep the rivalry momentum going for the pay-per-view. We've got the call out of MVP Logan Paul, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows. Got the matchup again, Alba Fire and Rhea Ripley. We'll just do single match there. Self-promotion for Duke Hudson. So while he rests, we'll at least get him on the mic. And the main event, I'll switch this around. We'll go fatal 4-way actually. Alba, Rhea, and then we start that rivalry between Maxine Dupree and Isla Dawn. So we should be able to continue that momentum there. That should be our main event. Now we're going to give Semi Vortex at least one more opportunity. We might go against... Could put her against Josie Jane. She's a babyface and a cruiser. But kind of want to give more match time to Scarlett so we can boost that popularity up even further. So we'll do the matchup against Scarlett and Semi Vortex in the middle. Giant versus Cruiser. They are both heels, so not ideal, but it is a mid card for us. So the opener will be Seth Rollins, Shinsuke Nakamura and Adrian Buck, with our main event being the Fatal 4-Way between Rhea Ripley, Alba Fire, Maxine Dupree and Isla Dawn. And Seth Rollins picks up the win with a good opener. Rivalry has moved to level 4 between Bron Breakker and Adrian Buck. Now we knew this match wasn't going to be good because it was against the rookies, but we needed Carl Anderson to get the win there to keep his morale high. Scarlett does get the win here, but a very dull match against Semi Vortex, which we're potentially just going to boot from the roster. And the main event here, Maxine Dupree does get the win. Rivalry moves to 2. A real disappointing final once again. There's good booking, but you know, we really bombed out. Great opener, but that main event was terrible. Intercontinental Championship was on the line with SmackDown. WCW Championship was on the line with WCW. So they've really went full force this week in the other shows. 52,000 for SmackDown, 50 for NXT, and WCW have got 56. Now it's a very tough road to Payback, tougher than the first series, that's for sure, but we are making some moves and we will be better off at the back end of the season. Still sitting in 3rd place, so let's get ready for this pay-per-view. Hope you've enjoyed this road to Payback, and once again, thanks for watching. Appreciate the support.